Hi folks, G3 here, and welcome to another instalment of my journey to go green. Well folks, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy it, then please remember to click the like button, and also if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load up a new video. Right, let's get on with the video. In today's episode, I'm starting another deodorant trial, and the one today that we're trialing is going to be the Wild Deodorant. Now, I've used this in the past and trialled a number of their different scents. These were in plastic containers, and although the product inside was an ethical product, not tested on animals and not containing aluminium and the like, they are in plastic containers, which is why Wild have moved to produce a recyclable and sustainable means instead of these. I've really liked these deodorants when I've been using them in the past. I've found them to be very effective, nice scents, and relatively easy to put on. Let me give you a little bit of background information about them. The website address is wearewild.com. I'll include the link down below. The products are sustainable, so they're plastic free, and the refills are compostable. They use a metal container to house the deodorant cartridges. There's no parabens or aluminium included, and you can set up a subscription if you wish to have the deodorant regularly sent to you. It comes in a range of fragrances, so rose blush, mint fresh, coconut dream, orange zest, and bergamot rituals. I've got a range of those scents with this initial pack to try. And when you go on their shop, you get a chance to pick the case that you're going to purchase. And there's various different colours you can get. There's aqua, black, purple, coral and silver. I've gone for the silver variation. And then there's a chance to have a subscription service, or you can just have a one-off purchase. And that ranges, if you go for the subscription service, it's currently £12, and that's where you get a case and one of the refills. And then you're on the subscription service where you'll be paying for the regular things to be sent to you. If you choose the subscription service, what it's done for me, it's set it up so that in a month's time I would then have a further 3 of the refills sent to me, costing £15. They say that they send you a reminder before each shipment to make sure you've got enough time to change the scents if you want to change the scents, or you can skip or cancel that order and choose another one. So the other options that are available to you rather than the subscription, you could have a one-off purchase where you get the case and 3 of the refills for £25, or you can go for a set similar to what I've done. You get the case and 5 of the refills, and that costs £32 at time of recording. So let's have a go at trying to fit one of these. Now they give a little video on the website that should sort of make it relatively straightforward to understand. We shall see. I'll give it a go now. So I'm going to take the case out. Feels quite nice, not too heavy. It's got a top where the deodorant would be coming out from, and then there's this base that you would apply it from. I think it's a twist mechanism. There's buttons on either side. Push those in. Am I doing that right? Okay, right. Don't twist it. Buttons in first and pull out, and then that's got the mechanism to push it up. So I've got the top and the bottom. I've got a range of different scents here, and the first one that I've got here is Bergamot Rituals. This is 100% vegan. It says that these need to be stored in a cool place, and it's got a 12-month shelf life. So this is a 45-gram container, cardboard, aluminium-free deodorant. It's got a little depression here which will sit on the holder there to push it up. So what we're going to do is just take the top off, and this is the Bergamot Rituals. I wouldn't say it's the strongest of scents compared to some of these, but it seems quite pleasant. It's not offensive, seems pleasant. We'll see. I mean, I've got a range of scents so that I can check them all and see how they go. So looks like that fits simply on there. Push it in the case. So that's in. You twist that round to push it up, I think. Yes, indeed, that's pushing the deodorant up. So it's coming up nearer the top. So each time you twist, there we go. That's pushed it up so it's right, yeah, up the top. Okay, that's quite an attractive little package. I quite like that. Let's have a go at trialling this one and see how this goes. I've got Lush under my right arm, and under my left arm I'm going to try the Wild Deodorant. So this is a twist of the tin to get it sticking up and showing a bit. Now imagine that might not be enough showing for me to use. I'll give it a go, I'll see. Applies well. No, that's fine. Yep, that's applied very well. It felt quite nice. I think that's good. Yeah, good coverage from that. Yeah, this is actually it's quite nice, this one, the bergamot. Yeah, I like that. That was fairly easy to apply, and this looks like it's going to be relatively straightforward to keep clean. It's been easy to use so far. As to how long this container lasts, well, we'll see. Those lugs might not stand the test of time, but we'll have to see over time. So that's the Wild Deodorant that I've got under my left arm. So I'll see how those go today, and yeah, see how they're coping later on during the day. Okay, I've just been cleaning my bathroom, and it's probably about 3 or 4 hours since I put the deodorant on. And obviously I've been having a bit of a workout whilst I've been cleaning this. So I thought I'd check and see how we're doing. No nasty smells there yet. And there's still a little bit of fragrance coming off there. I've been testing this deodorant in tandem with another one. So I've used one under one armpit and one on the other. So they've had about 50 uses each. So let's have a little look at how they're going. I have absolutely no idea how much I've got left in there. There doesn't appear to be any way of determining how that's going. My early thoughts on using it, you have to twist it anti-clockwise to advance it. So, to my mind, clockwise is the natural way to go when you're trying to advance something. So, I don't know if it's just me, I'm finding it confusing that I need to wind it anti-clockwise for it to come up a little bit more. I would much prefer if I was able to wind it clockwise. And the other thing that I've noticed is that there doesn't appear to be any spare capacity within the lid. And what I mean by that is when this is fully closed, that's great, it's nice and tight, but you can't leave the deodorant sticking up. It's got to be quite flush to the top, whereas I'd prefer a bit of space in here for the deodorant to sit, so I could have a little bit extended beyond the top and keep using it. Otherwise, every time I use it, I'm having to do a twist to get it back out again and an untwist to put it back down, which I would rather it's just, you know, ready and able to use. So that seems to be a bit strange. But I mean, the applicator's working well. It's staying nice and moist and easy enough to use. They're little grumbles rather than anything major, but those are my early observations from it. But say, at the moment, I don't know how much longer this is going to last because I can't see how much is left there. So that is how these have gone in the first 50 uses. Okay, so we got to the point where I finished the Wild Deodorant Bergamot Rituals scent. I've got to the point where no matter how much I twist and twist, there's no more coming out. It's just reached the top there. So it's ready for a replacement. It's lasted 57 applications. Now, because I've been testing 2 deodorants at the same time, one on each armpit, that means that it's been used 57 times. So that equates to 29? Yeah, it equates to about 29 days of use, which is pretty much what Wild said. They say that their refills last for 4 weeks. So that tallies. That's pretty much what they say. Issues that I've had with it, not major, but minor issues. There's no gap in the depth of the lid to really have this extended much. And the way that I tended to use deodorants in the past is that I have a bit showing at the top just so it's ready to use. Whereas each time I was using it, I was having to wind it on to get it sort of exposed again. I just wish there was a little bit more gap in the lid of this so that you could have a little bit exposed to use it and wind it on when you wanted to use it. It's not a big thing, but that's just my preference. And the other thing is I found it confusing with the direction to wind it on. So you're winding it anti-clockwise to move it on, whereas to my mind it should be clockwise to move it on. Just maybe it's just me, but I thought it would be more natural to have it wound on clockwise to advance it, and then anti-clockwise when you want to take it out. Not a big deal. So let's just have a quick look at the stats for this. Now I've shared the link down below in the video so that you can also check the statistics, because I've got a Google Doc that's shared that you can look through and see all of the deodorants that I've been testing. So this Wild Bergamot Rituals, it's a 45 gram refill that's included in it, and it comes in a cardboard case. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. It's I believe it's made from coconut pulp, and so it is disposable. Each of those refills costs £6, and that works out at 11 pence per application. So it's costing me 22 pence per day to use, basically, for 2 arms. I rated the smell as 3 out of 5, so I was kind of indifferent towards it. I didn't particularly notice a real big scent to it. My armpits smelled fresh, so that was good. I just didn't particularly notice a scent much throughout the day. I found it pretty good at not staining my top when I'd applied it, so I rated that 5 out of 5, so that was really good. The smell at the end of the day, so how effective it was, a little sniff test to see whether, you know, everything was okay. It was still, I could still smell it. And again, that was a 3 out of 5. It lasted okay. So the day-to-day effectiveness, just how good I found it on a day-to-day basis, I rated that 4 out of 5. I found it pretty good. But for sport effectiveness, so if I've gone and applied it and I'm going to be doing some sport, for me it's hockey or badminton, how good is it at keeping back the sweat and being effective there? It was reasonably long lasting, so I've rated that a 3 out of 5. So it was fine. But I did find that if I had days at work that were particularly busy, particularly stressful, and I was sweating quite a bit, it wasn't great at blocking that. I would need to have another application during the day. But then so did other deodorants I was using. I don't think it should be held against this one. It's just natural that if it's a particularly sweaty day, then I was going to have to apply some more. So this one is recyclable because it's made out of coconut pulp, and it is vegan. Now these prices that I got for this, so it's £6 for the refill, that's because I bought a multi-pack of refills. It'll be a little bit more, I think, if you're buying them individually, but you can have a subscription set up so that you're regularly getting those sent through to you. And the document, I've included a link so that you can find that as well, and I will put it underneath as well in these notes. So let's just have a look. And because I wasn't totally familiar with it, I did have to go and look on the Wild website to work out how to remove the cartridge from here, because it wasn't clear. I'm sure that once you've been using it a bit and you've got used to it, it wouldn't be a problem. And especially seeing as if I wasn't testing this and I was using it on both arms every day, I'd get through it in a month, 4 weeks. So I would be using it reasonably regularly and changing it, so it wouldn't be such a problem. I would remember it. But the process was that when it got to the top, you then had to wind it fully clockwise until it wouldn't go anymore. So let's do that. And then basically it is bringing the cartridge plunger all the way down in the body. And when this gets to the point where it won't go anymore, then we're going to push in the 2 tabs that are on either side, right? That's not going anymore. So it's got 2 tabs on either side, and we've got to push those in and then pull the unit from underneath. So let's push that out. Now this appears to be all, yeah, that is also the coconut pulp there underneath, as is this. So they can be recycled with your paper recycling. The issue, as with a lot of deodorants, is that there is still around about, what's that, about 5mm depth there, I think, that wasn't really particularly protruding beyond the top. So I will continue using this manually just to make sure that I'm kind of getting the most out of that. I don't really like wasting it. So in truth, there are probably a few more applications in here beyond the 57 that I'd recorded, but effectively that was what you were going to be able to get from using this cartridge system. So the next step would be obviously to load in another one of my cartridges in there and carry on with that. But I'm going to be testing more deodorants, different ones. I'm still in the middle of using the Lush bar, so that is an ongoing one. And I've got other deodorants that I'm also going to be testing, so who knows which one's going to be next. Well, that's it, folks. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, then please click the like button. And also, if you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load up a new video. Well, until next time, bye.